Oof. Dan here. D Speed Shop. Danny's got to get some wireless ropes because these dogs are bad. So today we're doing exhausting work. Make sure the dogs don't look while I'm welding, eh? So I did a little bit of screwing around this morning already. I got these on secured and I put a little bit of silicone in there just to make sure they're not gonna leak the collector. I kind of welded this on just temporary. I should be able to weld this on once it's on the car. And then, you smell nice today.
Thank you.
You shower?
Yeah.
Oh wow, lucky day. And then I put this muffler on kind of, it's actually a little crooked, maybe it's okay. So I just kind of hung this about where I think it should live. Now, unfortunately, when I wanted these mufflers, I wanted it to be offset in, center out. I guess there was a lack of communication or something like that. We have center in, offset out.
You can't just flip it around?
Not really. I think they're kind of meant to flow one way. So it is what it is. Not that it really matters. We actually have some decent room. We just kind of have to hang them a little lower than I would have liked. But honestly, it's still going to be hidden and lots of ground clearance. I mean, when you stand at the back, look at where not like the exhaust is going to drag versus the straight axle. Like it's quite a bit different. So that's fine. Then I just cut this piece of pipe, which hopefully will fit. So I kind of cut it to length, and I pie cut this a little bit, or relief cut it, and I kind of knocked it into a bit of a ball. So hopefully that'll give us a bit of a, kind of ball and socket. That's the theme today. But if we should be able to, maybe I should have test fit this first. Can you get that in a little bit? And that goes, we need a little more. Yeah. A little more hammering, but not bad. I need to be where you are. And then this just needs to kind of go in. There we go. I need a mallet still, but that's kind of the way it's going to go. Not too bad. Oh, that's going to fall out and whack into me. Gentle. So we can do that, and then I have a bunch of miscellaneous tailpipes. So we have this one, or actually this one's going to be really nice, but I only have one. It's got a nice curve to it. I don't know what happened to the other one. Must be that one or so. Oh, this is off the wagon, so they were different side to side. Oh, she's... Franklin, what have you done? There you go. How do you... What is... There you go. There you go.
I'll go get you a dog bag in a second, honey.
She rewrapped herself. What? Okay, we'll just finish this and we'll come help you out. She's beyond help. So this one, if I pie cut or cut it right here, one way or the other, I should be able to kind of come out of the muffler and then something just kind of like that. I don't know how far out we're gonna go. I guess we gotta decide that. Like, we want the exhaust right out here, just kind of dump, kind of hidden all the way out. That's more work. Just throwing that out there. But yeah, all right, I gotta get that kind of fit up. But that's pretty good. I do have a bunch of miscellaneous kind of bits and angles and stuff here and there. So I'm sure make something happen. If we're gonna make something custom, maybe we'll use these because these have these cool little cuts.
Yeah.
We'll do like a sweeping exhaust. So we'll see what happens. We'll see how lazy Dan gets. It's supposed to be very hot today, so it's actually early in the day. I'd like to get this done kind of quick and then go work up top and see kind of what else we need to do. But that should be it. We'll do that. One hanger. And then really, if we decide to go out here, I could probably put another hanger off this step or something like that, and it'll be secure AF. So I'll just want to set the lapsy-lapse camera up, plug it in, and I'll just kind of make it happen. But it's actually from the side, you know what, you'll barely see it. So it'll be mucho goodo. Oh, she's trapped.
Again? Okay. I'll be back.
And those Great Dane traps are real. They'll get you. They'll get you. Okay. Get this kind of situated. It's got it all well. Actually, I'm just obviously taking it right off. And you're gonna have to hold the back there. It's a little awkward. It's out. It's almost like somebody was welding it.
I wish I had a very different grip.
What do you want?
There we go.
Okay. Just gotta put one bolt in here and we'll be good. Oh, everything is going bad. This is now jammed. Danielle. It's not funny, Danielle.
It's a little funny.
My life. Okay, let's just get one of these guys in there. Oh, the dog's unhappy.
Well, your noises woke her up from her nap.
Well, I'm sorry. Okay, that's not gonna fall there. Okay, I got it. That can go there. What is going on? It's much
You don't want me to hold it?
heavier now. Oh, I wasn't. You know what? I just wasn't thinking. So I gotta get this on. Okay, one's on. Where's the other nut? How did it get lost? That's a good question, Danielle. All right, well, maybe we shouldn't have even turned the camera on, just said it's done, and it would have been way less embarrassing, but here we are. So, I mean, I built this exhaust on the cheap, we had a bunch of pieces left over. A couple of the, I just like these thrush mufflers, but they are economical, I guess is the word for it. So, and I ended up buying one length of 2.5 inch pipe, but so that's how it's going to be. I didn't go all the way out just because that's what we had for pipe.
Well, that'll look cool.
Yeah, it'll get the exhaust. It'll get the exhaust out. No one's ever really going to see it or nothing. So I'll put the front together, and then I'll just do the other side. I was only originally going to do just kind of to the muffler so we can hear this thing run and it won't be completely neighbor hating, but at this point now I'm kind of committed to, you know, finishing it up somewhat, and I think once it's all, I'll just get it zipped right up in the spot, and then I don't know if I'll put another hanger on the back. That might be an idea. And then it'll be rock solid. We'll have zero issues. Action. Okay, so I got it all together, got the other side. This took me, I just did look at the clock, 2 hours to do this, which I mean, it's not like it's a fancy exhaust. This side did not turn out nice, 'cause I didn't have the right bits, but we made it work. I had to modify this. It wasn't the same angle as this nice Manderley bent piece, but I don't think it's going to affect the 200 horsepower stock deal. This is probably still hot. I had to heat this up just a little bit and knock it down, just so it's got a little bit of airspace between the booster. I might wrap this section with a little bit of exhaust kind of wrap. I don't know if it makes a difference or not, but I guess we'll find out. And then this side's very close. I might actually just heat that up. It isn't touching, but it's she close. Just barely do it. I mean, we could also just put a bar in there, bend it, do whatever. So it's on, somewhat symmetrical. And then I actually had these tips from the Nomad, so I put those on there just to kind of even it out and get the cut right and the distance out, but smooth. But we're kind of I don't know, two and a half fingers down right at the end. I think I did the same on this side, but again, the nice thing is you can't see side exit exhaust. That's why I have to go down just a yeah, 2 and a bit. This pipe's actually longer. I was going to trim it, but now we got it good. So I'll probably just paint all in here black, and no one will ever see it. And then yeah, I'll make sure that doesn't rub nothing or whatever. But honestly, I'm pretty happy with that. I think it came out really nice.
Looks awesome.
Not bad for 2 hours, and all I did was I bought one stick of 2.5, which was $80. And then the 2 mufflers, I like these thrush mufflers. They're El Cheapo, but they're my favorite sounding mufflers. They don't sound the best with a stock motor, but meh. So we're into this thing for a couple $100, and honestly, I think it looks rather presentable for what it is. And yeah, we'll go from there. So Danny's gonna make a little lunch because it's 11 o'clock, so we're gonna have an early lunch.
I've been up since 4:30.
Oh yes, the baby. What's all that out there on the ground? Oh, Matt. Oh, the carpet's flipped. Actually, we put the carpet in. Did the puppy eat that carpet? Is that what I'm looking at here?
Franklin's laying on it.
Well, it's chewed up. Just throwing this out there, but I don't think it comes from factory like that. Well, puppy stuff. So maybe we could lay that in there. We have to take a seat out, but now there shouldn't be any big welding. We've got the pedal in and welded, so that's done. Gas tank's in. So I gotta look and see. I really want to take the seat out. I might just kind of slit the sides and kind of push her in there. We'll see what it looks like. And then,
Feels like
oh, it's a hassle. This truck doesn't. It's coming around. The exhaust looks good. This thing, the hilarious part is now if you look at this thing, like if some guy was just to go up to this thing sitting there, and be okay, so it's got dual side exit exhaust, 4-link, 12 bolt, drop axle, like just sitting there, it looks kind of speedy, and it's total junk. But I mean, I was telling Danny last night, this is kind of at the point now where if you ever wanted to, you could legit make this thing speedy. I mean, change the rear end ratio, put a transmission and a motor in. I mean, put an LS in this thing or something. Or John actually has that. John and Cecil have that that yellow motor. And so I mean, they're gonna go through that. I was originally just gonna build out stock. Maybe we could put that 450 horsepower if we wanted, you know, easy. And actually, I think that's what it was gonna make. It's very similar to the motor that's in the Nova. And that Nova rips out there. That 4-speed Nova with a set of 373s is like the perfect amount of fun. I don't know what that thing weighs, maybe like 33, 34, 3,500 pounds. I gotta assume they're probably similar in a lot of ways, but maybe this weighs more. But I will say, that thing, now it's a little higher rev, so you got the stick, but if you maybe brought a different camshaft in there to bring the power down in the curve a little, this thing with a bit of a converter, 12 bolts and different gears, you'd have a hot rod. But I keep having to tell myself, how many hot rods do you need? Like, hot rod, hot rod, hot rod, hot rod, hot rod. Like, maybe let's just have some drivers. I do like the 455, it's just nice to drive, and I kind of want this to be the same. Maybe just a little bit more power, which it should have. But yeah, that's it. I'm gonna clean it up a little bit, because it's just, I cleaned up yesterday, it's just this ongoing disaster of Amazon boxes. But we'll clean up a little bit, Danny makes some lunch. We'll drop her down, we'll slap the carpet in. Maybe we'll put the carburetor on. We'll do a little bit of plumbing underneath, because there's some water in it now. Flip the bumper, nah. But honestly, unfortunately, I'm waiting on Scamazon, and it's Sunday, and they usually don't show up early, but maybe today I'll be lucky, because I'm waiting on a gas pedal, because we have brakes, everything is in, plumbed, ready to go. I gotta wire it, but we could hot wire it if we wanted, just to have it move, so. But yeah, keep at it. See you after lunch, during lunch, with lunch. I'm ready for lunch. Okay, so I just kind of seam sealed the old welds and sprayed a little bit of kind of paint on it. And then I, after painted everything, decided to cut the old gas pedal out, so I made a bunch of mess, but that's fine. At some point I should probably make a little plate for the old brake fill, but for now, we'll just kind of slam the carpet in. I was going to, like I said, we were gonna kind of start filling up water and everything, but I'm waiting on a gas pedal, which I have to, you know, obviously modify, and then I'm waiting on a gauge set for the oil pressure and the water temp. So if we fill it with water, we're gonna pull that out, it's gonna be a disaster. So that we'd lay the carpet in, maybe we'd pull the Speedway harness out, just kind of lay the harness where it's gonna be. I have trouble getting motivated to do wiring, so I'll probably do it over a few little stages. Not to mention we have like no headlights in it, we have no nothing.
There's nothing to wire.
This is gonna be very little. We're gonna do headlights, and I don't have turn signals yet, I gotta get some of those. So literally, headlights and signals we don't have. There's no brake lights on the back. I did buy a set, we can maybe put those on next video. It's got a heater on it. I believe it's vacuum wipers. We got ignition, charge. I mean, it's got roll-up windows. Like, there's so little wiring in this thing. I don't know if this thing has neutral safety. We gotta wire up the brake light switch, high-low beam, but I mean, like, look at the underhood. This is the factory underhood harness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wires. Like, come on. So we gotta take all this junk out. That's not a one-wire alternator, so I wanna get one of those as well. So there's kind of a bunch of stuff we gotta get taken care of. We can just kind of run the wire, how I've done it before. You just run it, kind of loop it up, and it'll be in the right spot. And maybe toss the carburetor on, do a few little odds and ends like that. And yeah, wait on some parts. And that lets me then on the next video kind of start working on wiring and all that sort of stuff. It's a bit of it all over the place now, but this is reality of final days of trying to get a car together, is it needs all these little things. So we're gonna slap the carpet in there. Definitely, well, I'm assuming you're probably supposed to take a seat out, but we're not going to. We're just gonna kind of eyeball where the tracks are, and I'll slit it. Kind of go from there. It's actually quite nice, and you can leave it outside. Oh, you're gonna help out there, Franks? It's not all lumpy and stuff. Oh, you're on a leash, sorry. You wanna go on the other side? Maybe you can help pull it over. It smells nice. I always like the way carpet smells. It's probably cancer, but. Which one's whining? Oh, little one. Okay, grab that edge, pull it over. So, there's not a lot of room in here. I wonder if this attached. What is, okay. So let's don't know what this has got going on here for, oh, okay, so we got a clutch. So, oh, it's actually got the cutout for the high-low beam and everything ready to go. Okay, so let's just get that in place like that-ish. Honestly, worked out pretty good. So now all I gotta do is I'll just roll it, and then we find out where the tracks are. Oh, it's right on the edge. I'm just gonna go ahead and be super lazy about this and slice it right down here. No one's ever gonna see. No one's gonna know, Danielle.
The internet will know.
Why? No one even watches this. Probably have to. Yeah, that'll be bunched up. I guess it'll be fine. Are we almost at my initial cut, or am I cutting twice? Oh, there you go. So that one. Oh yeah, that'll be good. We'll just jam it under. That's much easier than taking the seat out and find the holes, getting angry, trying to drill through the holes, pulling the carpet, all that stuff. Okay. Make sure this is up and tight there. So we'll do again right up there. Okay. I need to get in some right-handed. Think people are losing their mind?
I don't think so. I feel like this is a pretty easy hack.
Well, it's an easy hack. That's what we're doing it.
I just mean, like, it doesn't seem like it'd be a big deal.
Yeah. Arguable. I also kind of hate that insulation. I don't feel like this truck's going to be a ride like a quiet Cadillac anyways. Ugh. I hate razor blades because I don't want to cut my fingers off. Oh, it's fine, it's fine. We're almost done working, I promise.
Imagine if we woke her up from her nap to bring her outside.
I don't know why you did that. I would never do such a thing. Yes, there you go. Well, she just wants Franklin to give her attention. Franklin won't.
Franklin is giving her a lot of attention, actually.
Okay, so let's get that rolled under there. Can I get to the... Well, on the other side I can. Yeah. Looks all right. Mm-hmm. Oh, you know what's funny is this has the, I think the 6 cylinders, they actually had a starter that was on the ground.
Oh.
Maybe
You should give it just a little more grease here.
yeah, it might need just a little bit of trimming, but
Looks good, though.
it's not bad for now. I think I'm probably gonna have to pull it, not out, but over and around stuff anyways because of the gas pedal situation.
Oh, yeah.
So wherever I'm welding and stuff. Yeah, it looks presentable, eh? Really, I just gotta, the edge has got to be cut beside the seat so it fits a little better. And that looks pretty slick.
That's really slick.
Need some new, these. Actually, you know what we got is that, I was there at one time at Scott Super Truck here in Red Deer, halfway. He probably have all sorts of stuff for this. And I have this little panel here we can put in, but I figure that's where the wiring might go through. Yeah, wow. Okay, well maybe I'll spend a little bit of time just trimming that up just a little. I don't think I have any spray glue, but because that would make life. Frankie, come here. yeah, we'll mess with that and come back shortly. Okay, so here's, it's hard to work when she's whining. I feel so guilty. Here's the Speedway wiring harness. This is your generic 12 circuit kind of all-in-one deal. Now I've used lots of these, and everyone always asks me, you know, what to get and this and that. So I've used Amazon, I've used this many times, and it is what it is. Now, a few rules of thumb, and what the Speedway kit checks off all of them is this little side piece. So it comes with headlight, which is nice. Comes with charging stuff, which is nice. And it has this little clip here. This is your universal. It means it's wired to hook up to like any sort of GM column stuff. Pretty simple. And every aftermarket column, and let's be honest, GM is all you're going to be working on anyways, uses that clip. So if you're modifying, like putting a tilt column in out of like a G-body or something in your old hot rod, that's the ticket. It comes with flashers. A lot of them don't. Cheaper kits and all that sort of stuff. This is your ignition stuff. This is your, I assume, turn signal stuff. Yep, turn signal stuff. And everything's all kind of laid out. The nice thing about Speedway kit is they actually lay it out the way it's supposed to go. The Amazon kits are not so much like that. The other bonus is the Amazon kits don't come with, wow, that was $150 in drill bits. Wasted. They have this, which the first kits I always did were these, and then unfortunately shipping and all that really kills it right now, but the instructions for the Speedway kit, how can I put this? They're in English and they're not like China translated English, you know what I mean? Like it actually makes sense. So if you're new at wiring, and I get it, this all of a sudden people go, oh my God, wiring is scary. And it's a bit of a hassle, but it is what it is. You can kind of make that happen. They also keep their little fuse thing is super tiny and easy to deal with, so that's nice as well. So I think what I'm going to do, oh, and actually it has everything there. Oh, and it has relays, a fan relay and everything ready to go. That's factory GM stuff. How about that? So I mean, you know, you get what you pay for. This is definitely entry level on the Speedway side of stuff, but it's way better quality. Just the wiring and all that is much nicer than the stuff we put in a few other cars in the past. So now what we're gonna do, obviously, like something like this is gonna be under hood. This is gonna be all our ignition stuff, which we're gonna, you know, go to the ignition switch, trim that off. This is gonna be to the turn signal. Obviously, flashers will be that. This is probably our high-low beam. Yeah, high-low beam switch. So that'll be kind of like under dash kind of deal. Brake switch, oil sending unit. Oh yeah. So what it's gonna be, this is gonna be your kind of like accessory-y type things. All these kits come pre-wired for electronic gauges. So if you have like a Dakota Digital or even just electronic gauges under the dash, a lot of that's gonna be in here. I'm sure it's gonna be horn, stuff like that.
Oh, and it tells you on the wire.
Yeah, wire tells you what it is. And then odds are this is gonna be right taillight, so this will go to the back of the truck, and this is probably gonna be your under hood. So this will have headlights, turn signals, it'll probably have anything under the hood as well. So charge, starter, trigger, coil wire, all those kind of basics. And in this as well as this, half these wires, this is kind of in the cab. So this is, if you have gauges, they'll obviously run here. So if you're like water temperature, this will have wipers, all those kind of things, they'll all run into here. So we'll end up either snipping a lot of those or just leaving them bunched up on the dash because we don't have no options. But in here will also be actually fan, trigger, so there's a few things like that, which would be kind of nice. So I'm just gonna kind of lay this out and see where we end up. But as you can see, it's pretty tight kit. I know it looks like a lot of wire, but once you loom it all out and it goes forward and back, well, I don't have, there's holes in the firewall, no grommets, so I'll have to do something there. So oh, there's a grommet right there, actually. We'll steal that one. Step one, I might just take all this junk off the edge, and then we're gonna see this wire's coming through. We'll see if we can feed everything through there as well. So obviously this will be where it comes out, so all this is gonna be taken away because it's garbage. And we can work from there. Okay, so just got everything pulled around. So I snipped a few wires out, not much, and I took out of the kit, but kind of dark in here, I guess, but everything's all kind of run. around the back wires under the carpet.
I need a better angle.
And I just have them sitting here, so I'll have to lift it up and put that to the frame, but that's all our taillight stuff. It's under the carpet, you can't see it. But it goes just kind of back here.
Okay.
We have our fuel sending wire. I put a little grommet in there, so that's good. And you can kind of see a little bit of chaos down there, not too bad. And under the hood, so I split it in two all the time. So out of the firewall we have this, which is our lights. This is lights, fan, horn. And then this is basically what's gonna run the motor.
Why do you split it in two?
Just because that's where it wants to kind of go. Like naturally you have to run, well, you don't have to run, but in this situation, I mean, the alternator's here. So again, if this is more original, the alternator would have been on that side.
I
see.
see.
Coil and stuff. So over here we ran it and I split it off. So here is coil and choke wire. So that's going there. These two wires here are gonna be our charge and exciter wire. And then these two wires that are gonna go down there. This is the main power to the box, and this is our trigger to the starter. So we'll put those down there. This one you could run to the battery, but just kind of keep it cleaner, and then I'll just run a line from the battery straight down the starter. And that's really good. It's power, and I mean, and that's kind of that. It's super simple. And then the only tricky part is going to be we got to find a wiring diagram or something for the turn signals. Make sure that all works. And like I said, the brake light switch, there's a little bit of screwing around to do with that, because where this is going to have its brake light switch, I'll have to run a wire to that, what I ran a couple of videos ago, I did the brakes there, that pressure switch. So I'll do one of those, and then I don't know how we're going to run the fan. I'd like to put a relay on it. I might relay it right to the battery or something like that, but kind of minor little things there. So that's that. I think now all I want to do, I found a thermostat. I think it's a 160, so we'll put a 160 stat in it. It's probably got like a 180 or 195 in it, so we'll do that. We'll put the hose clamps on, so that'll be ready to go. And I'd like to put the carburetor on and just see if the carburetor is going to fit on this style of intake manifold. I may have to put a spacer or do something like that. So we'll have to see what that deal is. We also
Brawler.
a brawler. Yeah, that was on this thing. That was the one that didn't make it on the plane.
Oh.
Turns out you can't just take a carburetor on your check
Somebody literally
luggage.
told you that I don't think we can do this.
Well, now I know we can't do this. So anyways, I did that, and yeah, so we can pull it up. I just want to see if it'll fit. You can do it on like an Edelbrock. So hopefully, like a spreadboard intake, we just put it on there. They do sell adapters. I don't know if I have one, but if I can just zing this off right quick, we'll see what all kind of fits. Because it might need a spacer so that the double pumper part doesn't hit. I'm not really too sure. But I think we ran something similar on the Monte Carlo for sure. Had that. Oh, it's actually got a gasket. I wonder if this gasket will match. It does, but it's on the inside holes. This may be the situation we're going to run into right here. Yeah. So we do need an adapter. That's a hassle. Or change the intake manifold. The only intake manifold I have is a tunnel ram.
No.
Single tunnel
I
ram.
don't want that.
Well,
Sorry. I mean, it would look super cool. Maybe I do want that.
we could do a tunnel ram with gold valve covers.
Yeah, I want that.
Well, good, because that's all we got. I don't know if I have any intake.
Initially, I was like, no, it doesn't need a tunnel ram.
It doesn't need a tunnel ram, but it's what we have in stock.
I do think that that'll look cool underneath it.
The problem is if we have a tunnel ram on it, that coil won't, or the HEI won't fit.
Well, then let's just get a spacer.
Yeah.
And if we want to change it down the road, we can.
Adapter. It's a hassle. I don't think I have one here. Manitoba, I got a zillion. Well, all right. Well, that's it for that. Bummer.
Just like place it on there.
Well, it won't even fit, unfortunately, but yes.
So we can just see the vision.
Well, have a carburetor on a... That's a hassle. I wonder... What would I got in the shed? I might have an intake manifold. It'd be nice just to put... What did I do with that other intake? What else did we put a motor in? Oh, it's on the 55. I don't think I have anything else. What, put a supercharger on it?
No.
She's not even locked up. Okay, I'm gonna see what I got in the shed here. Maybe I got some.
I hope by the time this video comes out, Canada Post is not on strike anymore.
Why is that?
Because we got these work shirts to sell.
Oh yeah,
we
these
got
overpriced
hats.
shirts.
Wait, what shirt are you wearing?
I don't know.
We don't have that one.
Well, I have it.
It's an exclusive just for you.
We've invested all of our savings into the merch, and we can't even sell it. We're gonna...
Or maybe we can. This is
Oh, we
many
don't know
weeks
what's
later.
happening. So here's what happened. I went to the shed. All I have is a tunnel ram, a single 4-barrel, which I don't want to put in there. Well, it's goofy. I went on... typically, the spacers are going from a spread bore to square bore. I don't know if you can flip them upside down or not. Either way, a spacer was like 60 bucks. It wouldn't be here till Wednesday. So I sorted up an aluminum intake. So I'll put aluminum intake on this thing, and I got some valve covers on it. We'll put the 4-barrel carburetor on it. It'd be kind of nice. It did have this carburetor on it. It did kind of run. This is exactly what the motor was. It's just kind of blah. I don't know. I like the idea of having kind of a nicer top end on it, but I can carry on this way and, down the road get her running and whatnot. So I actually got some hose clamps. Might as well put these on there, and we'll just leave whatever thermostat is in it. This is a fancy one, it looks like. We'll put that in the other intake. Don't you just hate when Amazon can't just do exactly what you want when you want it? You know? We'll kind of zip this on there. I think that's kind of where I'm going to leave it. I know it wasn't a whole lot of progress. Well, I guess we did the whole exhaust. That was kind of eventful. We made that happen. And later tonight, I'm waiting on, like I said, some gauges. So get some gauges hooked up. Do a little bit of plumbing here and there, kind of off camera.
Unfortunately, hot rodding isn't just pulling motors and starts. It's wiring and brakes and piddly stuff.
Well, the realities are, if you want to do like a roadkill vibe thing, like we could absolutely cobble this thing together and make it run and probably drive today if we had to, you know. But what's the point? I want this thing to be reliable and kind of nice to drive, so that when you take it out to town or whatever, I'm not getting a phone call going, hey, what's that thing we got to do to make it running, or it's doing this, or it's doing that, or some wire, screwed up.
And it doesn't just sit in the field because we only got it running once to drive around the
no,
block.
I don't want to do that. So take a little bit of time. I don't know, kind of piddly little stuff. I got to clean the garage up. I might do that, and I might just do like a few little things, like make the shifter work and plumb the fuel tank, because like the filler neck, like all those, it's not worth filming. It's watching me put hose clamps on things. But we should be able to accomplish all those things. Maybe run some power, run a few, I got some electrical cables. The truck will probably look a little bit different when we come back. But I'm thinking the next video we might as well just make it run. That'll be the goal. And really, will it run? Will it run video? I think that's a trend. Maybe we could, will it run and drive? Will it run and drive home? We are already home. All we have to do is drive off the lift. But we can get all that stuff kind of dialed together and have a fun video next. That's what I'm looking for. And honestly, I do get a lot more done when I'm on my own. And I just, come on. You only have so many hours of this, or it's this size.
For everyone wondering, Frankie was out here for a very long time and just got very hot and needed to go in.
Oh. Are you guys getting those noises?
This way.
Oh, the puppy noises. They're the best. All right. Dan's a softie, I know. Anyways, I'm going to clean up a little bit. We'll do a little screw around this thing, and we'll probably have a little... She likes pepperoni. Maybe we'll have a little pepperoni break. Buy a shirt so we can buy more Great Danes. For every shirt you buy, we'll buy 2 Great Danes. All right, we'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Make sure you comment below. Get out there and pet your puppy, you know? There you go. Shop dog. We're training her to be a shop dog. She's out here, not even leashed up or nothing like that. So hopefully if we start her off right, you know, beginning of summer here, she'll just want to chill out and kind of mosey around. We don't got to worry about it.
Frankie did very good today too, actually, when she settled.
Frankie's a psychopath.
But she did good. She just laid on her bed.
We'll see. She might grow up to be a psychopath too. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.